As of the time of this video, Ninjago has officially released 944 minifigures that are unique to the Ninjago sub-theme, and I have to say, that's a massive number considering. But the thing is that I have personally been on a mission to obtain every single unique variant or print of Ninjago minifigures, and it's a hell of a task, but I'm actually nearly there. But it has made me think about which minifigures are the most expensive and which minifigures are the least expensive as of 2025. And I have to say, I was actually quite surprised by this list. So I thought I would do a video based on which are the most expensive, and if you guys enjoy this video, I will do the least expensive in a follow-up. But yes, I am going to be covering the 10 most expensive minifigures as of current in the space of Ninjago, and let me know which ones of these you own, and I will let you know which ones I own as well, because of the 10, I currently own 9 of them. The only sort of caveat I have added onto this video is that it has to have the minifig number NJO, which stands for Ninjago, and this won't be a factor in the most expensive minifigure video, but it will be in the least expensive, because a couple of general minifigures have made their way into the Ninjago lineup. So, for the least expensive, that is a factor, but luckily it won't be brought up here. But yes, let's get into which are the 10 most expensive Ninjago minifigures. And I actually will say this as well. Take a guess. List the specific time you are hearing this now as a part of the video. I don't know how long this video is going to be. And let me know if you think you own every single one of them, and also which ones you think will actually be in the list, because I will say a couple of these actually did surprise me. But as for the 10th most expensive Ninjago minifigure, it is actually the only one that I don't own, and that is NJO49, which is Fangdom, which is of course the Vampire General. He released in 2012 and he has an average value of £49. Oh, also, the values that I'm saying are coming from Brick Economy, so that's my source. Anyways, Fangdom is the number 10, and like I said, average value of £49. He released in 2012 to the Vampire Truck Ambush set, and I have to say, he is a really cool minifigure, but also just one I never had the desire to pick up until this new project of every minifigure came around. Because unfortunately, I didn't acquire every single 2012 set. I had a fair couple of them, but the thing is that I never actually got this minifigure, and the Serpentine Generals are one thing in particular that I've wanted, but I've also didn't really care. The only Serpentine Generals I actually had some sort of attachment to was of course Pythor, Scales, and to an extent Scalador, but also not. He's a weird one for me. But yeah, Fangdom is number 10, and honestly, he was the one I was the most surprised at, because, well, number 11 is Mask of Hatred Harumi. So that was one of those ones where I was just very surprised, because she's an amazing minifigure, and I think just much better than this one. But yeah, I think how old he is an account here, so yeah, this is it. But on to number 9. But the number 9 slot is going to Pythor, and this specifically is his 2016 robed appearance from the Samurai X Cave Chaos set, and he has a value of £50. And I have to say, again, I love this minifigure. He stands out in my collection. He looks amazing with his Day of the Departed weapon, and overall, he is just one of those minifigures that I think is just fantastic. Because the thing is, Pythor has had a fair few releases in his time. He had his original, he had his Season 4, he had his Day of the Departed one, and then he had his Legacy, and then the Crystallized one. And I have to say, I don't own every single Pythor. I want to own every single one of them, but the thing is that this one is definitely my favorite, and I think honestly, if there was any one to get, it is definitely this one in particular, because it has all the Pythor aspects to him just done right. I have to say, because I really do like the white Pythors. I think it's a really cool color. The purple ones are amazing, but I do think this is the best Pythor minifigure, and I think it kind of shows, because of course this one is the most valuable one. But the thing is that he's got an amazing print, he's got an amazing accessory, and he just does every single aspect right. And that's personally why I think the Legacy one is the worst of the bunch, because I think it takes all the Pythor aspects and just does it in the worst way. But I don't have a problem with this minifigure. I'm looking at my Pythor on my shelf as we speak. he just looks great. And I'm staring at my crystallized Pythor as well, because he's not far away from him, and he just doesn't have that same presence. So, well, to get ahead of it, if you don't own a Pythor, I know this is the most expensive one, so this is a terrible recommendation, but if budget's not a factor, this is the Pythor. But yeah, he's number 9. Number 8 is coming from Season 7, and it is actually Crux. And I have to say, again, owning this minifigure is amazing. I love the printing of it, the hood, the face print. The only thing that was disappointing is that we never got his mustache. And I have to say, apart from that, he had absolutely everything else going for him, because they even included his hair with this minifigure. But I was getting ahead of myself. Like I said, he released in 2017, he released to the Dawn of Iron Doom set, and he has an estimated value of about £54. And that is a lot, and that price is quite readily reflected because the exclusive nature of it. I know Season 7 was a bit of a quieter time for Ninjago as well. I know the Season 7 sets are really unpopular. I'm very thankful for the fact that I got every single Season 7 set, so all of the Season 7 minifigures I just had, but Season 7 has become a very popular and expensive line of Ninjago sets, so I'm glad I personally have them, because I feel like paying like over £100 for both the Time Twins would be a lot. But if you don't have him, don't think I'm not recommending him. He's worth that price, and I can't believe I'm saying that, but I would gladly pay for it, because like I said, printing, amazing. Accessories, other time blades, amazing. Everything about him is fantastic, and he earns that spot. But that, of course, means number 7 is a Chronix. And again, in similar vein to Crux, I mean, the good, nice printing. He only has one face, unfortunately, but he has his hairpiece. But again, just a really good reflection on a really good design and minifigure and character in general. Again, though, like Crux, getting ahead of myself, he is in the same set, the Dawn of Iron Doom, and he has an estimated value of £56. So he is £2 more expensive on average compared to Crux. But, you know, it's just, they're really good. I know you're paying £100 for the Time Twins, but they are good. I can't say I don't like them. I mean, getting that set in general, if you can get the Dawn of Iron Doom in general, it is a fantastic set. I think it's an amazing set. I'm staring at the mech as we speak, and it is just really well put together. It's really cool. Getting all the time blades, that was also a really big factor. And I think this was the cheapest way to get the reversal blade, which is crazy because I think the reversal blade alone now is worth like £20. Season 7 was just an expensive wave, clearly. Nowadays is anyway. But yeah, the Time Twins, man, they're really good. If you own them, you understand why I love these minifigures so much. But let's move on from them. But number 6 is actually going to be one of the first villains that released, which is Samu Kai. And he released in 2 sets, I believe. He released in the Fire Temple, and he released in Garmadon's Dark Fortress. And he has an estimated value of about £57. And I have to say, I never actually got Samu Kai when he first released. The thing is that I had Season 1 or the pilot set, but I actually never got the Fire Temple or the Dark Fortress, which is a massive shame, and they're ones I definitely need to pick up. But the thing is that I actually picked up Samu Kai a couple of years after he initially released, and I bought him for nowhere near that price. I will say that. I'm very glad I don't have to pay that price now for him, because unfortunately, I know my Samu Kai has loose arms, but that's just an unfortunate consequence of the skeleton mold in general. But yeah, if you need a Samu Kai, get him. It's a shame that they never put him in Day of the Departed or Legacy, but it kind of just speaks, they couldn't make him any better. I think that's just the way of putting it. They physically couldn't make him any better. But honestly, he completes the skeleton army, he completes your pilot look, him with the golden weapons is fantastic. No notes, he's fantastic. If you need him, get him. But the number 5 slot is actually going to be Possessed Lloyd. And again, I have to say, this is just a whole video of me just praising all these Ninjago minifigures, I have to say. But he's just another fantastic minifigure, I have to say. He did release in 2 sets. He released in the Attack of the Moro Dragon set, and he also released in the Stytia 6. And I will say that he has an estimated value of about £57. So a lot of these minifigures are actually within the same ballpark of each other. But yeah, Possessed Lloyd, he's a fantastic minifigure, I have to say. The dark greens, it was a really nice contrast to the deep stone suit, I will say. He just has some amazing printing, the cowl, the body armor, the lot. I really wish we did get a variant that showed the allied armor of Azure, but I will say, regardless of that, amazing. He also does have that really nice head print, which later did become the Lloyd DX head as well. And if you did then have a black variant of the Lloyd hairpiece, just looked amazing. It really did. Again, another one of those where I'm really glad I got him in 2015. And if you don't have him, he completes your Season 5 look, I have to say. Number 4 is actually a minifigure I only just bought recently. Luckily, not for this price though, but that is going to be going to Akita. And she released in 2019 to the Castle of the Forsaken Emperor set, and now has an estimated value of about £73. And I will say, we definitely took a jump in price, but it's kind of for good reason. Like I pointed out, the Akita minifigure was exclusive to that one set, and it was a very expensive set at that, so a lot of people just never got their hands on the Akita minifigure. And I have to say, the Season 11 minifigures were also released around the same time as the Legacy set, which I know a lot of people, including me, definitely took their attention. So not a lot of people actually got Akita, so having it now is definitely more difficult to get, but she's definitely become more desirable. I mean, she has an amazing cape, the head print, or the hair print as well, all amazing. She has just some really nice looking details, and I have to say, she justifies the price, unfortunately, because she does just have a ton of unique pieces, and also capes in Ninjago are a bit less common, so a lot of different aspects that just came up to a fantastic minifigure, and I think anyone who owns it, including me, can definitely say it's a fantastic minifigure and earns that spot. Number 3 is going to be coming from Rebooted, and of course, it's going to be the Overlord, and again, just really justifying its spot. It's such a fantastic looking print, an amazing head print, debatably still the best Overlord minifigure we ever got. But yes, he was released in 2014 to the Battle for Ninjago City set, and has an estimated value of about £78. But yeah, again, another instance of an exclusive minifigure in a very highly priced set. And, well, there was a time where you could get him for a reasonable price, and I think a lot of people do wish you still could. I think all these minifigures, I wish you could get any of them for a reasonable price. But unfortunately, rare prints, uncommon prints, age, all those different aspects does make for all these different things, which is just a shame, it really is. But the Overlord minifigure is fantastic. Honestly, I don't think there's a bad Overlord minifigure, so if you've missed out on this one, you're not really going to be losing out, because you can still get Legacy Overlord, you can still get the Crystallized Overlord, there's still options to represent him in your collection, but if you can get this one, definitely do that, because he's fantastic, he just is. But that then officially brings us to our silver medal, which is coming from Season 8, and it is going to be Kilo. And, well, he takes every single aspect of what makes a Ninjago minifigure rare or expensive and amps it up to the extreme, because he's also a big fig. But yes, he released in 2018 to the Kilo vs Samurai X set, and is currently estimated to have a value of about £87. And, well, similar to all these other ones, he just has all those amazing aspects to him that just get amplified by the fact he's also a big fig. The printing's amazing. He comes with one of the Oni masks. He just has every single aspect that was fantastic. And I believe he was even the first instance of a big fig having a standard minifigure head. But honestly, this one having an estimated value of 87 is actually kind of surprising, because personally, I very rarely see a listing for him for under £100. So it's one of those instances where if you can get him for the double figures, you're kind of laughing, because, well, a lot of people were killed to have one like this, and he really does stand out. Again, with my other minifigures, I'm looking up at my Kilo as we speak, and you can see him at any single point, and he's just fantastic. I can't recommend him any more than that. Although I will say he also did just come out in just a fantastic set in general. The bike that he came with was amazing. The Samurai X mech was great. Every single minifigure in that set now has somewhat value. Actually, the Pixel doesn't, but that set only had the only instance of the Sons of Garmadon J, and now the Sons of Garmadon J is worth a lot of money as well because of it, because people buy the set for the kilo, and now they don't have another way of getting J. So when I eventually get to my Season 8 minifigure review, you're going to hear me basically say that the J is way too expensive, and that's because of Kilo. I can't believe the J just got completely swindled because of Kilo. It's kind of crazy. But yeah, he's number 2. And ooh, who beats him out? We all know who it is. Let's just get to number 1. Number 1 is, of course, Lloyd DX. And, well, it speaks for itself. It really does. He was an exclusive to Target. He was in those minifigure gift set packs. I think you had to spend £100 to get the pack alone. And it's been 10 years. It's been, it's every single aspect, every single Ninjago valuable aspect taken to the max, I have to say. But yeah, he released in 2014 to the Target minifigure gift set, and it currently has an estimated value of £204. Oh god. But yeah, it justifies the price. That's the worst thing. Unfortunately, he just has a standard green cowl, nothing special, and these standard gold armor pads. But other than that, completely exclusive. The smile is exclusive. The torso, the legs, all completely exclusive. All fantastic. I love my Lloyd DX. And, well, unfortunately, again, justifying the price in an extreme circumstance. I can't wait for the comments of people saying that I'm saying they're justified when they're not. But also, I'm justifying it because, unfortunately, that's just how the value of anything goes. Elusiveness, for example. Being someone who buys a lot of this stuff, I understand that the value is high for a reason, essentially. But yeah, if you've made it this far, I'm assuming you're either really wanting to know who the most expensive was, or you're just someone who watches all my videos. But I expect comments of people saying that I shouldn't be saying that they're justifying the value. But yeah, Lloyd DX, if you don't own him and you have £200, get him. I love him. I paid not even anywhere near that, but but it's one of those things where if you want him and you can afford him, get him. You won't be disappointed. If you own him, you understand why. But he is the most expensive Ninjago minifigure. But that is my look at every single one of the top 10 Ninjago minifigures in terms of their pricing. And well, like I said, let me know which ones you do own and which ones you don't. The only one I don't own is Fangdom. And well, I'm going to have to get him soon because I do want him. And I think I own then every other single one in the top 20. So it's one of those ones where he's the one missing. So I feel like I have to get him now. But yeah, that was my look at the top 10 most expensive Ninjago minifigures. And let me know if you want me to cover the most or the least expensive. But that's about it, guys. Thank you for watching. Take care. Okay.